Yes, we have our stretchy band, which we're going to make use of. We have a yoga block, which we will make use of, some light weights. All of this is optional, just a quick reminder. Okay, we're going to start down on the mat. And we're going to start on our backs. And P.S., if there's anything else that helps you to feel more comfortable in your space, towels, blankets, whatever, you can have those near you. You're in your home. That's so exciting. You get to control all those things. You can come down onto your back. So I was just going to say that I was just reminded at the chiropractor, I went to a new chiropractor, and I was reminded of the functionality of our nervous system when our spine is behaving well. So we're just going to do a little bit of a low back check-in. I used to teach it like this all the time, and I kind of forgot to think about the pelvis as if it were kind of a clock. So knees are bent, feet are flat. I always kind of just like to maybe rest my hands on my low belly or on my hip bones, just something that gives you a little feedback about your pelvis moving. But if you think about your pubic bone and the lower part of your spine, your tailbone, as the number 6, and if you think about your belly button or maybe the back of your low back, the top of your sacrum as the number 12, and we'll think about lowering the number 12 as you lift the number 6, and then lowering the number 6 as you lift the number 12. And continue to do that in the absolute most, maybe I should say least exercisey way. Imagine you're just kind of moving your bones. You're not trying to get any muscles to fire. You're just moving and waking up this movement. And I always love to tap right in to the deep breath. Joseph Pilates believed that most of us breathe improperly. And because we breathe improperly, it causes a host of issues with our bodies and our spine and just efficient movement in general. So take that deep breath as you move. Notice how the deep breath changes the movement. We'll come back to center. And now we'll think about the sides, like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 and 9, lifting the 9 as the 3 goes down, lifting the 3 as the 9 goes down. And this is a funny little movement that you can do without your knees swaying too much. Out the knees swaying too much. My knees are pretty still. I really feel like one hip is lifting as the other one sinks. And again, I am not trying to force this. Every once in a while, when I do this, depending on how my back feels, it'll be very clear to me that one side feels different from the other. Okay, so just check in there. Let's do one more each way. And again, the deep breath can help you just find a deeper movement. Come back to the center, and we'll go around the clock. So dip the 12 towards the mat, roll around to the 3, roll around to the 6, roll around to the 9, and go back around in that circle 2 more times as you breathe and notice how you feel. Can you find a sense of lightness in this movement and length in the spine all the way through the crown of the head? Let's go the other way, starting at the top, around the other way to the 9 and the 6 and the 3, and you breathe and you adjust your parts to be able to just find this movement. Maybe your feet need to move in or out or further away or closer in. One more of these circles as you take a nice deep breath, and we come back to the center. Okay, so hopefully this area is a little bit warm. Now we'll keep it still. Bring your arms down by your sides. Without moving, relax your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath into your belly, into your sides, into your back. exhale, the spine is still. Your waist comes in with your exhale. Your belly and your back come in toward the center as you exhale. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale, envision a corset opening and everything expanding. And as you exhale, feel the sides, the front and the back come in towards the center. And 1 more deep breath, lightness in your neck. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to keep breathing and move the legs. 1 leg will come up as your pelvis and your spine remain still. That leg will slowly lower down. Other side. Lift and lower. And keep going with this for just a moment. Just a minute ago, we were swaying back and forth when we were working the 3 to the 6 movement. This is not that. This is nice and still. So notice when you pick up a leg, does that opposite hip shift a bunch? Can you remain even more still? I often think about that game that I had when I was little and my kids had, where you have to use like the tweezers to get the bone out of the guy's body, and if you touch the side, it buzzes. So kind of imagine that if you move, that little buzzer is going to go off. Nice and still. 1 more each way, and of course, the breath is the driving force. And the next time you bring your left leg up, hold. Draw the low belly in a little bit more deeply. Right leg comes up to meet it. Same stillness through the pelvis. Tap 1 foot down, bring it up. Some people like to inhale on the way down and exhale to come up. Some people like exhale down, inhale to come up. Maybe you'll try both and see which one you like better. Last 4 here. Some people like palms down. Some people like palms up. Some people like pinkies down. How does it feel good for you? 1 more each leg. And then both legs come up. Relax your calves onto the back of your thighs. Draw those low belly muscles, and I'm going to point my feet. And again, stillness through the pelvis as I tap my toes. Flex the feet and come back up. Exhale. Let's try that breath. Inhale, point, lower down. Exhale, flex, come up. Inhale, point, lower down. Exhale, flex, come up. 3 more. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, come up. 2 more. 1 more time. And exhale. Go back to the floor with your feet and just release for a moment. Knees. Arms can go wider. Let's move the arms out a little bit side to side. Knees. Let's keep them together. Lower the knees slightly to the right. As you lower the knees to the right, look to the left gently. And then bring the knees through the center. Knees left, eyes right. And let's breathe here. Breathe however you like. Breathe however you like. See if you can find that sort of corset feeling as you exhale. Let's do 1 more each way here. This is a full spine twist. Gentle. And after you get through with that side, you'll come back to the center. Arms can stay wide. Palms up, palms down. It's up to you. 1 leg up, other leg up. Feet together, knees together. Now we'll take that movement up a notch. Feet are lifted as the legs go from side to side. You can add that head movement in as well. Knees in one direction, eyes in the other. Lengthening through the spine. Okay, if you're running into any feelings in the body that anger you, some pain in your back or your neck or your parts, try and remove judgment from that, because we just hold on to that stuff. And just send a little kindness to that body part that maybe feels a little angry. Last one each way. And after this, we come back to our center. We take a nice deep breath. And then with control, lower the legs down. Let's keep the feet down. Just relax in your pelvis. Let's wake up the length of the neck and the upper spine a little bit. Hands come behind the head. First, elbows are nice and wide. Lengthen. What I do is I hold onto the back of the head and I gently pull the back of the head away from my shoulders as I slide my shoulders away from my ears. It literally feels like my neck just got like a quarter of an inch longer. And let's see if we can keep that length. Take a nice deep inhale here and let's bring the elbows to the ceiling. With your exhale, keeping the length of the neck, exhale as you curl up to look just above your knees. Inhale, lower down. Exhale as you curl up. And as you move through this, just gently notice if you can keep the low spine relatively still. This is a warm-up for the upper spine. We don't have to tuck the pelvis in order to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Now, having said that, it naturally happens a little bit when you curl your head, neck, and shoulders, but we don't have to add a tuck and a squeeze, all right? Let's just do 3 more, noticing that we are working the upper spine. And yeah, sure, the lower spine is affected, but that's not the goal of this little warm-up. Here, 1 more here. Exhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come down. Now, let's bring the legs up one at a time. And if you need to dial it back and put the legs down, go ahead and do that. Feet together, knees together. Same exercise. Now we've got our legs lifted. It's going to feel different. Shoulders down, neck is long, and we begin. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. I literally feel the neck getting longer each time. Exhale. Let's do 3 more here. 3. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. And then lower all the way down. Let's keep the legs and extend the arms to the ceiling. So for this next bit, the neck and the head will stay down. Keep your arms nice and still. One leg is going to reach away towards the wall in front of you, and the opposite leg will stay nice and still. Come back in and switch to the other side. Okay? And this is another opportunity for us to think about that little exercise we did in the beginning where the 3 and the 6 were wobbling. Not wobbling here. Nice and still. Neck is long. Arms are still. 2 more sets like this. You can point or flex the feet. Sometimes choosing one or the other just gives a little bit more intention to the movement. And other side. Come all the way back in. Let's lower the legs for a moment. Palms facing one another. Inhale, open all the way out to the sides. Exhale, come on back up again. Just 2 more like this. Inhale, open, palms up. Exhale. 1 more time. Deep belly breath. And exhale. Let's hold at the top. Let's bring the legs back up again into that sort of nice, stable position. So last time we extended 1 leg out, we're going to add the opposite arm. 1 leg out, opposite arm. And guess what? Just hold here for a second. That other arm and the other leg, they're still where they were. They're not moving. And then come back. Now switch sides. 1 arm away, 1 leg away. The other arm and the leg are nice and still. And come back. Keep going here. Reach. The only reason why I'm specifying that the arm and the leg are nice and still is because your brain wants them to move, doesn't it? I know it does. I feel that. But see if you can keep them still. And where's that deep breath? 2 more sets. And come up. And 2. And come up. And 1. And come up. Other side. And come up. Lower the legs. Arms go wide. Neck is long. All right, let's move our hips just a little bit. So keep your feet, I'd say, relatively close to your tush. Exhale, lift your hips up just a little bit. Let's say an inch off the ground, small lift. Inhale, lower down. Let's go back to that inch. Exhale, come up. Really small lift. Keep going here. Do you have to tuck to lift your pelvis? Can you just keep your spine where it is? Push and lift. For me, keeping my spine long as I lift my hips rather than tucking and curling up took quite a bit of practice. Instead of curling and lifting, I think about reaching my knees away from the crown of my head. And then the hips just sort of naturally start to float up. Now, think maybe 2 inches, lower down, maybe 3 this time, and continue to come up as far up as it feels good for you to come, okay? You know your body. How high can you lift while still being able to breathe, while keeping added tension out of the neck? Think reach away from you with your knees and away from you with the crown of the head. So again, we can find just as much length and ease in the spine as possible. Last 3 here. Maybe even a deeper breath would feel nice. 2 more. I like exhale up. 1 more time. Exhale up. Let's go halfway down and pause. Remember our 3 and 9 o'clock dips? Let's dip 9 o'clock to the floor and pick it back up. 3 o'clock to the floor and pick it back up. 9, up, 3. As you're moving, the knees don't really have to go very far. The knees can still stay relatively still. Just keep a gentle eye on your knees so you know that there's not a lot of extra movement. It's really about the hips. 3 more. You'll feel this in the glutes quite a bit, you guys. At least I do. 3 more. Up and 3. And we're breathing. And 2. And 2. And 1. And 1. Hold here. Relax your throat. Roll down through your spine. Roll down. That was articulation. Release the pelvis. Let's bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing one another. Fingers reach up. Maybe move your feet a little closer to one another. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's come up about halfway. And then hold here. Flex the feet. Lift your toes and the balls of the feet. By the way, shoulders away from those ears. Let's keep our necks long through this. Lower the feet back down. Lift the toes and the balls of the feet back up. Really drive the heels down and find length away from you with your knees. Lower the feet. Flex the feet. Spread the toes apart. Let's wake up the whole foot. Feet down, feet up. Feet down, feet up. 5 more. 5, up. 4, up. 3, up. 2, up. 1 more. And come up. Relax your throat. Roll down through the spine, finding a little bit more length that time. Release the pelvis. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, come on back up. Flex your feet. Drive the heels down, come up halfway 1 more time. You can move your feet a little closer to one another if you need to. So we're going to be lifting 1 foot at a time and putting it right back down. I know right now from my body, the way it feels, that my arms are going to serve me better down here by my sides. If you're ready to keep your hands up towards the ceiling, do that, okay? I've had a little bit of a back hiccup recently, and I need a little bit more support. So it's not cheating for you to adjust your position based on what your body is telling you. As long as you're breathing and you can still facilitate that deep breath, that's a really, really good sign. Let's do 3 more here. And 3. And 2. And 2. And 1. And 1. Let's replace the feet down fully, toes down. Relax your throat 1 more time and roll down through your spine, piece by piece. and relax your pelvis. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Okay, we're going to move on to a little bit more abdominal work here. Let's grab something to put under our head as an option. A towel is nice. I have a yoga block here, and that's what I'm going to use. But again, it's totally optional, so you can decide if you like the way that feels. Bring your arms down by your sides once you've gotten yourself organized. And then we'll bring one leg up and the other leg up again. This is our little Pilates series of 5, the stomach series. Both of our hands are going to come around to the right shin. Extend the left leg away from you. Widen your elbows as you pull that leg in, and you may lift your head, neck, and shoulders if that feels like a good choice. I'm going to keep my head down today. Let's switch the legs. Pull it in and reach. Find a flow here, which helps you to feel the breath, the stretch, and the belly. 3 more sets. Push something away as you pull something in with the legs. 1 more set, super deep breaths. Other side, pull both legs in and take a breath. Second exercise, arms up, legs out. Circle the arms away, deep exhale. You may keep your head lifted for this, for the whole time if you like. Inhale as you reach, exhale as you come in. Some people prefer the opposite. Exhale and inhale. Try both. Which one feels better for you? And find your flow, find your length. Just like in the beginning when we made our necks an inch longer, can you add that feeling in here? 2 more. Reach and come around. 1 more. Reach and come around and hold. 1 leg will come up, big stretch here. Opposite leg reaches out long. Just a reminder, head lifted is totally fine. Belly is in with control. Scissor switch. Scissor switch. Let's flex the feet for the next 3. And 3. Shoulders are easy. 2. And 2. Feet are flexed. Add a stretch to the back of the leg. Let's 2 more sets. Point the feet. 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. Bend the knees. Whew, take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Just for a moment, I'm going to remove my block and I'm going to give it to my feet. Just like this. Give it to your feet. If your hip flexors are really complaining, keep your knees bent and maybe even widen them just a little bit, all right? Otherwise, if you can, straighten, squeeze the block, arms down by your sides, press down, lower, exhale up. Neck is long. If you want to bring this up a notch, hands behind your head. If you want to bring it up a notch further from there, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. And keep your eyes looking right through your own thighs. 5 more. 5. Squeeze the block just a bit. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Whew. Grab the block. Put your feet down for a moment. I'm going to put my block to the side. Last bit here. Crisscross. Here's that long neck again. Hands behind your head. Lengthen your neck. Make your shoulders go away from your ears. Twist and reach. Twist and reach. Exhale. Breathing to intensify the movement. Last 4 sets. And 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And come all the way down. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. You can just move your pelvis around a little with a deep inhale, exhale. Right. Let's roll over onto our bellies. Okay, so roll over onto your belly. Get yourself organized on your belly so it just feels like your pelvis is nice and flat. And we're going to be bringing our hands underneath our head for this first part, okay? I'm just layering one hand gently on top of the other, shoulders away from the ears, and let's put the head down. So often when people do work on their bellies, the weight gets kind of dumped into the low back. Let's find our 6 o'clock and our 12 o'clock here, all right? 6 o'clock goes towards the floor. 12 o'clock gently lifts away. 12 o'clock gently towards the floor. 6 o'clock gently away. Small movement for me. Small movement for most people. You are just gently sticking your booty out as you let your belly come towards the floor, and then gently leaning the pubic bone to the floor as you lift your belly. Let's just do one more each way here. You are definitely breathing. Now, lean into your pubic bone. Pull your belly in. Feel length in your low back. When you lift your head, your neck, your shoulders away from the floor, can you not dump into your low back? And by dumping, I mean we're not arching the back and sinking. We're staying lifted and lengthened. And then lower down. Try that again. Imagine there's like this way for me to know that your low back is perfectly still. This is an upper back, lengthening, lifted feeling. Of course, you're going to feel it in the whole spine. Lower down and lengthen and lift. Let's do 2 more. Lower and lengthen and lift. One more time. Lower, lengthen and lift. And let's add on to that feeling. Lower just about halfway down. Let's keep our eyes on the floor. Slide your hands out wide. Can you refrain from dumping into the low back? Lift one arm. Continue to feel heavy in the pubic bone. Lower down. Lift the other arm. Okay, so keep going here for a moment. It's a real adjustment for me to think about keeping that belly button pulled in, pubic bone heavy, keeping that low back lengthened, and I feel the work in the upper spine even more. You may add the opposite leg as a lift along with your opposite arm, but maybe not. I don't know. You try and you see if you like it. Okay, anyone with low back tenderness, if you're lifting and you're just not able to refrain from dumping into that low back, maybe do it alone. Do the leg lifts alone without adding the arms, okay? That could be something to work towards. Wherever you're at, give me one more each way. And then slide your hands back underneath your forehead, lower down, and just take a deep breath to relax your parts. Inhale and exhale. Now the arms will sweep around. I'm gonna have my palms kind of facing my side body. Think heavy pubic bone. Lifted low belly, reach through the legs, reach back through your fingers, lift the chest, come up as high as you can come without dumping all that weight into the low back. Find your length. Big reach, lower all the way down. Maybe come onto your left cheek and we'll try it again. Inhale as you lift, 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 lift. Lower onto your right cheek. Last one here. Reach and lift. Reach yourself through your fingers in the crown of the head. Heavy pubic bone. And let's do a little back stretch here. Hands underneath your shoulders and sit back for a stretch. And if coming into a child's pose stretch doesn't feel right for your knees or your parts, just lie on your belly again. One more deep breath here. And exhale. Okay, let's come on to the hands and knees. So for this little part, you can grab your light weights. I have 2s. I really think that 2s or 3s should be the maximum probably for this little bit, okay? Unless you are in a much different place than me. but 2s or 3s are probably perfect. Let's leave the weights out, but they're close by. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees together underneath your hips. Let's check back in with our clock. Just the low spine. This is like a fun little exercise. Just the low spine. Stick the number 6 out as you drop the 12. We're not moving the rest of the spine. And now drop the 6 as you lift the 12. Just a teeny little pelvic tilt. And then a little teeny tuck. We don't need to overdo it. Only the low back. Let's just do 3 more here. Neck is long. You're definitely breathing. And then last one here. And you find neutral. Now just the head and the chest. Can you keep your low back still? Lower the head without tucking your spine. Look down through your own thighs. Lift your head. Lift through the upper spine. Shine your chest open towards the wall in front of you, but don't arch your low back. One more each way. Lower. And lift. Find neutral. Now we're doing the whole shebang, friends. Big old rounded spine. Round through your low back. Let your head go down. Stick your booty out. Arch your back. Lift your chest. And let's add an even deeper breath. One more each way. Round as you breathe in or out. Arch. I'd love for you to come back to neutral. And we'll do one each way, side to side. Look at one side, stick your booty out towards one direction, and then other side. Wag your tail a little bit, big old stretch, and come back to the center. Okay, now we're gonna move a little bit. Right arm forward, left leg back. Can we not leave the floor though just yet? Toes down, fingers down, neck long. Keep yourself stable, and then we lift. Up, down. Can you also avoid the low back dumping here? Try and find that low belly lift. 4 more. Find length. For me, the low belly lift really helps me to add more length to the spine. Last 2. We're breathing, right? 2. And 1 more. 1. And slide the arm and the leg in. Let's go right to the other side. Toes down, fingers down. Find your lift first. Find your belly lift, and then the leg and the arm can move, okay? That like ability to lengthen may affect how high the arm and the leg are coming up. And we're definitely breathing. 4 more. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And slide the arm and the leg in. Sit back for a moment and just take the pressure off the wrist. Take a breath. And exhale. Okay, now I'm going to grab my lightweight. And I'm going to change my position so you can see just a little bit better what's happening. I have my weight with my left hand. We'll do both arms. As long as you've got it in one, you're good. Opposite hand under the shoulder. We've got our weight here first. A little bit of a tricep extension. Notice that my shoulders are aligned. Extend that arm. Arm will just extend right to your side body line, no higher. Bend and come back. That's it. Reach. And if you'd like, here's your add-on, an extension of the opposite leg. Reach, bring it down. Reach, bring it down. Just a quick tip. If your opposite hand that's on the ground, if that wrist is angry, and if you've got heavier weights, hanging on to that heavier weight will take the angle of the wrist away. Okay, and it's actually kind of a nice way to strengthen that wrist all at the same time. So that's a quick little fix for wrist tension. Last 2. 1 more. Reach, come down, and let's switch arms. Put that light weight down, come to the other side. Notice that my shoulders are aligned. Bring the elbow right into your ribs. Extend. The arm is right by your side body. And then come back. Extend, and you can add that opposite leg, lengthening out again, avoiding dumping into the low back. The minute I avoid that, I just somehow, the tension in my neck goes away as well. Last 5. and 4, and 3, and 2. One more here. Reach, come back. Lower that weight for just a moment. Quick little break for the wrists. Take an inhale, exhale. And then come back. We're going to come back to that first arm. Okay. The arm will come slightly off to the side here. Notice my shoulders are equal. This arm, lift, lift, lift. Come back down. Plug your shoulders in. Lengthen your neck. 1, 2, 3. Come down. Add on. Extend the opposite leg. Toes are down. Lift, lift, lift. Add on here. Leg lifts as well. I'm not sure that that's right for me today, so I'm going to keep my toes down. Up, 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 and down. Let's do 2 more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't sink towards the floor. Keep yourself lifted. Last one. Up, up, and we switch. Other side. Arms slightly off to the side. Notice the shoulders are equal to one another. Neck is long. Lift, lift, lift. You might notice one side feels really different from the other. Normal. Leg can add on if you'd like. 2, 3, and down. Deep breaths, right? 3, up, up. 2 more. Up, up, up. Last one. Keep your head lifted. Up, up, up. Come all the way down. All right, let's take a quick stretch here. Fingers forward, booty back. Inhale, exhale. And let's come down onto our sides. Okay, I'm going to start on my right side. I'm going to keep my yoga block and my weights within reach. All right, I'm not sure if I'm going to use either, but I think I may. So lie on either side, really. I'm going to start with my right. And first we'll do our rotator exercise. Now I've got light weights here. It's a little awkward for me to grab both. I'm going to try it anyway. We'll see how I feel. Shoulders down. Can you just lengthen out your spine? Take a nice deep breath. Knuckles to the ceiling. Reach, come down. Reach, come down. Okay, so the last little set of exercises we did on our hands and knees should have kind of perked up your obliques a little bit, the muscles in the side of you, and see if you can find them here too. Just stabilizing helps you to find those muscles. I'm only going to do 3 more here. 3, 2 more, 2, last one, 1. Come all the way down. Let's leave the weights, hand right in front of the ribs, top leg, up, down, 2, down, belly button is in. Nice deep breaths here. Just to make sure that you're not sinking into your chest here, into this front hand, maybe just gently rest your hand on your belly. So it can just be like a little bit of feedback here. We're not wobbling around. We're staying nice and stable. 2 more. 2, 1 more. Lower halfway down, pause, little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold. How about a circle? Draw a circle on something in front of you with your knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go the other way. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Last little bit here. Tap the knees, and then lift the knees to tap the heels. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Knee to knee, heel to heel. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower down. Let's grab those weights again. We'll do 1 more rotator set, okay? Don't feel the need to hike up the weight number. If it's better for you to stay light, then stay light. P.S. Nice deep breaths here. If as you're lifting, you don't have full range of motion, even from the first one, put those weights down and just find that range of motion and breathe, okay? Nothing is cheating when you're listening to your body, all right? Last 4, and 3, and 2. One more time. Let's do one more for good luck. Woo, and then come all the way down. Okay, let's keep the weights there. This is the part where I like to grab my yoga block, and I like to put my top knee right on the yoga block. It just kind of keeps the hips a little bit more aligned for me, all right, but it's optional. Bottom leg is straight, straighten out your spine. Bottom leg lifts. Let's keep the bottom leg lifted. Let's point and flex that bottom foot. Point and flex the bottom foot. Point and flex. 4 more. And 3. Use your toes. And 2. And 1. Now let's point the foot, hold, little pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set for fun. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now flex the foot. Little circles here, like you're drawing a circle on the wall with your heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go the other way for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Leg is straight. 2, 1. Lower that leg. All right, we're going to use that block again, similarly to the way we did earlier for our stomach series. Put the block right in between your feet and then extend the legs out long. So you're just kind of holding the block with the feet. Make sure you're in a fairly straight line. Fingertips in front of your ribs. Legs come up. Lower down. Can you just sort of gently squeeze the block just a little bit so you feel your heels and the big toes into the block. 5 more. 5. You can add on here a little bit more stability work. Hand can reach up. If you want to add a little oblique work, you can do a head lift. My hair was stuck under my armpit there for a minute. It's time for a trim, you guys. Last 4. 4. Find your length. 3. This is another place where I'm avoiding dumping into the low back by finding length there, and that length immediately makes my neck longer. Last 2. 1 more. And lower down. All right, let's take that block away. Come on up to sit, and let's flip over to the other side. Bring your things with you. The band is for later. Okay, so come on this side too. And we will grab our weights. Straighten out your spine, knees are bent, take a nice deep breath, and knuckles up. And 2, 3. And again, focusing on actually being able to bring your arm all the way up. If you've ever had a rotator injury, you know this is not something you can force. So if you're just gaining mobility there, put those weights down and focus on finding that full range of motion first. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then come all the way down. Hand right in front of you, belly button is in, up, down with the top leg. And you can use your hand here. This was my suggestion on the other side as just a little reminder here that the belly is in, stillness in your center. 5 more here. I kind of like to flex my feet during this, but you can point to, try both, see which one you like better. 2 more, 2, 1 more, halfway down, pause, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold little circles here. Strengthening the hips is such a phenomenal thing for us to do to take the pressure off the knees. If you're feeling knee stuff, maybe there's actually an issue with the hips or the feet, right? Sometimes you have to go down or up to figure out what the issue is with the knee. Let's go the other way for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then come back to the center and hold knee to knee, heel to heel, knee to knee, heel to heel. Internal and external rotation of the leg and the hip. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Let's take a nice deep breath here for a moment. This is where I like to grab this block. Actually, I think we did our rotator exercise. Let's do that first. Shoulder down into your back. Weights are pretty close to you. P.S. Keep going here. As you lift, I notice in class a lot that when people lift, their elbow is kind of all over the place. I aim to keep my elbow right into the ribs or super close. If you're feeling tension in your neck or your jaw, it's a sign that your weight is too high. Okay? Last 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one here. And then come all the way down. Okay. Block under the top leg. Bottom leg is straight. Bottom leg lifts. Straighten yourself out. Point and flex the foot. Point and flex the foot. Long spine. 4, 5. 4. Use your toes. 3, 2, and 1. Let's point and hold. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and another set. 8, 7, 6. Nice and long through the leg. Keep it pretty straight here. One more set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold. We flex. Make a circle on the wall, reaching out through your heel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go the other way. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. We have our prop. Let's grab that block and give it to the feet. And then feet extend all the way out. So the feet help to keep the shape. Take a nice deep breath. Maybe your hand is really nice and light in front of the ribs. Lift and lower. And maybe this side is different, okay? But if you want to try all those other things on this side, go for it. Arm up. And the head lift is nice. All right, but you can always dial back and just focus on that leg lift. I like to keep gentle tension on the block with my feet. 6, 5, 4, find length in your neck. 3, and 2, last one here. All the way down. All right, let's get rid of that block. And just for a moment, roll onto your back. Quick, one more little spine twist. Arms will come out to the sides a bit. Feet together, knees together. Lower the knees in one direction. And then look in the opposite direction. So this is a pretty deep twist here, all right? You can undo that by pulling that hip back towards the ground if that feels like a safer thing for your spine. A nice thing to do with your arms is to actually bring them up and to turn your palms up, or even slightly bending the elbows. Give yourself one more really deep breath. Let's do one more for fun because this feels so nice. And let's come to the other side. Okay, I'm going to keep my arms here. You kind just move around until you find your twist. Deep inhale. And exhale. And one more deep breath. Awesome. That feels so good. Okay, let us come up to stand. You can get your props out of the way, and when you come up to stand, you'll be grabbing your band. We've got one more little thing to do before you're free. Just gonna adjust my camera. Okay, grab your band. Mine is pretty light in resistance. I prefer lighter resistance bands because I'm often focusing on mobility, okay? And when it's nice and tight, that's good for some things, but not for flexibility and mobility in the shoulders. Okay, so toes directed forward. Get your band into your hands and then extend the arms out in front of you. Knuckles reach away, and just a quick peek at the wrists. Try not to do that. Keep your wrists nice and long. Push your feet down into the ground and stand tall. Reach the arms wide as you send your shoulders down, and then come back in. So you can try inhaling or exhaling here. But just think a little bit about that super deep breath that you've been taking the whole time. The inhaling as you fill up, and the exhaling as your center and your sides come towards the middle. I almost think also about reaching the knuckles wider as my shoulder blades slide in and down. Last three here. Two more. One more time. Come all the way back and just come down for a moment and move your head from side to side. A little snap, crackle, pop there for the neck. Oh, geez. And then come back to the center, look down, pull your chin in as you look down. And then stick your chin out as you look up. Chin in, look down. Chin out, look up. One more each way. And then we come back to looking straight ahead. Let's bring the arms back out. You can widen your hands on your band just a bit and reach the arms wide. Shoulders stay down. The band will travel up. As you bring your hands behind your head, let the band pull your arms back gently, just to feel a stretch across the chest. Don't go too far down just yet, okay? Just let the band stretch you, and then move your head just a little bit. Down a little, up a little. Relax your jaw, down a little, up a little. Come back to center. Reach the arms wide. Come up into your thighs. We're going to try that again. This time the band will go a little deeper back down into our back. Arms come up. Head down a little bit. Let the band pull you back. Go a little lower, maybe towards the middle back, just below the shoulder blades. Head a little right, a little left, a little right, a little left. Come back to the center. Let your arms float back up, right back where you started last time. Reach the arms back out. As it goes back, you go as far down as you want. Let the band pull you. Come all the way back up. Come back in front of you. Let's just do that one more time. Go back behind the head. Band is pulling. Stretch across the chest. Do what you want with your head and your neck. Come on back up. This feels like such a nice stretch for me. And come all the way back down. Let the arms just hang for a minute. You can drop your band. We'll do a quick roll down for the books. Arms out front. Inhale. And roll through the spine. Soften your knees. Release. One more exhale. And then you can push down through your feet. Keep your knees nice and soft. And roll it back up. Standing taller than you started. Well done, you guys. We did it. Yay. I hope you guys have such a great day. Please be good to your bodies and yourselves and all the things in the world.
Thanks, Stacy.
Thanks so much. Great class.
Yay. Have such a great day.
Yeah.